So we're going to talk about the critiques just a little bit. Let's make sure you're recording. Yep, all good. Ready to go. So the critique, the kids were really good at communicating their ideas with peers and with me and Lisa. So it was really successful. Everybody gave input, and I wanted to make sure everyone would talk, and it turned out really well. Everyone was pretty interested in the critiques. I think they enjoyed it a lot. So with Noah, how I said before, he's working with the prehistoric airplane, and he was thinking about using cloud clay, which is this nice fluffy clay. And I'm like, no, there'd be a better way to attack this. Let's use metal. And so he was really excited about that idea. And so, what is it that makes up an airplane? What makes an airplane an airplane? What makes a cat a cat? Katniss. Boom. Haha. So, I bought materials for students that I thought would need it, because there's some materials that can't exactly be found in the Saturday Art closet, and like found objects. And so I wanted to help the students make it a really successful environment where they were able to complete the work that they wanted to do and do it like really successfully and be proud of their work. And so initially I was told that I would be reimbursed for whatever I bought for the students, and of course I didn't plan on spending much, but I was like, that's great, then it'll make the class time much more valuable and the end projects much more valuable. And so I was really frustrated that I found out later that that's not what you guys were intending anymore, because of the low income from the fewer students that signed up for Saturday Art than you thought. So I was a little frustrated with that, and I didn't really appreciate the way that I was being talked to about that. So, because I didn't hear Katie tell the class that don't buy any materials, it's not going to work out the way you're hoping. I didn't hear that, and I'm sorry I missed that. But, I did what I was told I was allowed to do. So, sorry about the miscommunication there. So, with the money that I expect to be returned from the Saturday Art program that I spent, I bought glass Christmas ornaments for Stephanie's piece with her meatballs, and I bought a canvas, which was from a thrift store. It was only like $6, and I had a old painting on it, and a Barbie doll, and all these things, and a bouncy ball for Ari's piece with his paper mache. And all these things were under $20. So, Stephanie, the girl who I was saying is doing the meatball, glass bubble meatballs, she's also going to make ceramic plates for her food performance. And that day that I'm talking about, Nandita came to Leaves of Learning and observed me, which was great. I wish I had gotten more productive feedback though, because it was okay and I really appreciated her being there, but I wish she would have instructed me more on how I could have improved my teaching abilities. And she filled out the evaluation form and we went over it together, which was perfect, but I just wish they would have been more instructive. So, and then I was talking about professional dress. Like, I felt like it was okay for me to wear what I normally do. I'd usually dress up and look nice. And so I don't know exactly what professional dress is. I just try and dress as nice as possible. And I normally wear low-cut shirts. So unfortunately, I understand that's not appropriate for teaching children. And as I understand that more and more each day, like, when I realized, okay, wait a minute, Lisa just took me outside and she wanted to talk to me about it. Like, could you dress a little bit more modestly? And I'm like, oh, okay, no, I totally understand, because it's the same way with Tenman School of Music. So it's just something I need to be conscious of, because it's not a work environment outfit, and you need to dress for the job. So, So also with the kids in the classroom, it was a little bit difficult to keep them focused today. I had to keep, if they were getting distracted, because Lisa brought in her dog, Gidget, who's an adorable little squat-faced bulldog, and they were like, "Oh, Gidget, I love you." And I'm like, okay. I would let them stay distracted for like 10 seconds or something to see if they'd correct their behavior themselves. And then if they didn't, if they proceeded to do whatever they were doing, I'd be like, hey, okay, we need to come back and get focused on this project because, you know, class time's only so long. And so I would do my best to keep them focused. And Andita noticed that, and she wrote that down in the evaluation paper, which was great. And I feel like I'm pretty good at keeping kids focused. And I feel like it's not necessary to correct a kid's every move when they do something wrong, or let them realize it themselves every once in a while. For the most part, you should let them realize it themselves. I think it's a little bit different when you're trying to keep them focused. But like with art, if you see something that's a little bit, like maybe their perspective is a little off, rather than showing them and telling them exactly what's wrong, be like, does this look a little bit wrong to you? How would you change this? So letting them figure it out from themselves. Because if you don't let them figure it out for themselves, it might actually be hindering their ability to learn. Like with baby talk. If you baby talk with your kid, and if you talk all cutesy and stuff, they're not going to learn how to speak as fast and as fluently as they would if you didn't do that. And so like with Lisa teaching Noah how to use a hot glue gun, she wanted to do all of it for him because she didn't want him to get burned. I'm like, it's okay for him to get burned. It's not going to injure him really badly, you know, and it's a learning process. If he doesn't learn how to do hot glue, then that process of development is going to be even slower. And with Julia, she was having trouble with the word figurative. That's one of her words. So I'm like, how can you make a figurative sculpture? How can you make your whole entire sculpture have something to do with figurative? And so she made this little pillar with pigtails, or it was a drawing of a cloud with pigtails. I'm like, that's not really exactly what figurative means. Let's try and research that word a little bit better. So that's basically what we went over this week. So thanks for watching.